Hello, I'm Anthony Asensi.
And I'm Derek Sabatini. This is Allegedly Funny, where comedy is subjective,
but ours is objectively bad. Hello, welcome to episode 10 of the Allegedly Funny podcast.
We're in the double digits now, yeah.
Double D's. I can't believe we haven't been canceled yet. Okay.
Yeah. Also, that you guys can see our thumbnail now. You get to see Alex now.
He's on Alex there. Is in the thumbnail.
My beautiful face is plastered all over the internet.
Face.
He's floating.
I'm floating. I'm majestic.
He's like a specter.
I have no body.
We have no escape from him.
We keep him in a little. Oh, we keep his head in a little jar with some water.
He's like in a little genie lamp, actually.
It's exactly like Futurama.
The Beastie Boys.
No, it's not like Futurama. We have him in like a little genie lamp. Okay. No one thought that was funny? All right.
Don't worry. You're laughing, but it takes a couple of minutes for the laugh to come out.
About 35 minutes to say shit.
Moving on. Today we're going to start with a story from my public speaking class today.
Oh, I'm not excited.
Here we go.
I've told some stories from my public speaking class before, as you know. So today in public speaking, I gave a speech. Some guy in my it was a group speech, and some guy in my group was actually sick today. So I had to cover for him, and I thought I was going to totally bomb the speech, but it actually went pretty well. But what was most interesting about the class is what came after that. So a kid who went to school with us, who went to Oswego High School, he's someone that I talk to in class sometimes, and we have that sort of connection with each other, like we've known each other before college. So he actually went out to the front of the class, and for some reason he was like, I'm going to teach the class now. And the teacher let him do it. She was like, okay. She was going to let him teach the class for a little bit, right? And I was like, I want to get on this. So I came in. I was like his assistant or something, I guess. And we taught the class for a little bit. What are you doing? You were like, Derek is like looking inside of a headphone right now. Like, no. Are you looking for buried treasure?
We're searching for spiders.
No, me and Alex were listening to it. He was doing it, so I wanted to test it out.
Continue.
Okay. Well, you two are ridiculous men.
Bah.
Ridiculous.
Bah.
Okay. Moving on. So we started teaching the class, and we were talking about like combining visual aids with speaking and like how your brain processes different types of information and blah blah blah. But I had to come up with some topics. Like, he asked me for topics that one might be doing for a speech or something that they would be presenting to a class. So the first time he asked me for a topic, I said dead grandma.
And said what?
I said dead grandma.
Why?
Huh?
It was the first thing that came to mind.
Dude, why are you thinking of dead grandmothers?
Because I thought it'd be funny. Well, somebody in there really didn't think it was funny. Well, they weren't like upset, but they told us they stopped talking about dead grandmas.
I wonder why, Anthony.
I thought it was funny. I didn't see what was wrong with it. I don't get it.
I don't get why when we're talking about speeches, talking about dead grandmothers is not a. It's just like some people have dead grandmothers that they were really close to. They probably don't want to be reminded of.
I figured that, but I didn't figure it until after the dead grandma talk had already.
You just said I don't know why, so you just understood it now?
Well, I mean, I got it in class, but it would. I mean, what are the chances any of them had a dead grandma?
Very high.
Okay,
that's like a pretty decent stat.
They're old Anthony.
Okay, well, whatever. I don't care.
That's just like a really high chance.
The average death toll of like people in the United States, I think, is like 75 now.
75? Yeah. Like you die when you're 75?
It's like asking, like, what are the chances of a grandma who can cook very well? It's the most likely.
Not your grandma.
That's not very nice. You haven't even grandma's cooking.
I don't think I've ever met your grandma.
You're not meeting her now.
My grandma cooks from the grave.
She's whipping it up.
She has
like the Kirby smash all.
She's cooking in the kitchen. Yeah. Okay, no, but anyways, he asked me for a topic again, and I said torture. But like,
psychopaths went into the classroom.
What are you thinking?
I couldn't think of a good topic, so I sat there for like 5 seconds thinking, and then he yelled out ASMR. But at the same time, I said torture.
Anthony,
dead grandma. Torture.
I thought they were the two funniest things.
No, I don't. I think you just had a rough day so far.
I actually have been
Yeah,
having a
okay.
pretty all right day. I didn't pay that much attention.
I don't
in
want.
high
I
school
don't
class.
know. I don't know. Okay, English is hard. I don't want to know what you're thinking on bad days. If it's dead grandmas and torture.
Well, I thought they were the two funniest things that I could say, and they got some
The
laughs.
most hilarious joke in the room.
Well, I
Dead
got some
grandmother.
laughs. I did get some laughs when I talked about dead grandma, and when I talked about torture. So it worked out. Joke's on you. You don't know what people think is funny,
We're allegedly funny.
Yeah.
allegedly speaking. Well, that's what happened in my public speaking class today. But now,
Wait. Before we go on, I want to do a test. Give us a speech topic off your mind.
Cherries.
why do you have fruits on the mic?
I don't
today?
know.
Wait, you got-
I'm
we
a
were
fruit-
doing-
I'm a fruit guy today.
We were doing a mic test earlier, and can you just like say the story that you told us?
Before
on the mic
you do
test?
that, ask me what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking for a topic?
Eating berries off of a grapevine.
I was walking through the grapevine field, searching for the
The-
most delicious lick, the most devious of all licks I could
It's not
take.
the story you told.
I know I
brought.
can't remember the exact story.
But
Anthony.
basically, Alex was telling the story about how he was going through the grapevines and he was sucking the grapes off the vines and eating the strawberries. I don't know what is his deal today. You've got fruits on the mind.
He swallows a bunch and then shoots it out like a pea shooter.
I mean,
You
I'm
have
like
got
Tom and Jerry.
fruits.
No,
on
I'm
the
thinking
mind.
like Plants vs Zombies.
You've got fruits on the mind.
I
my
got fruits
friend.
all up on my mind.
Okay, now we're moving on.
I got it.
Mm.
Viewer mail time.
I get to read the viewer mail today. Alex, next week will be your first viewer mail.
He gets to read it.
I get to read the
I'm
viewer mail.
I'm the one who gets to read the viewer mail time. I am the danger.
I want to read the
Okay.
viewer mail.
We have got 3 viewer mail times from the same person. Same person sent in 3.
They were ready. They've been waiting.
That doesn't make us look lonely.
My name is Bagel Me Fingies. Fingies.
I wonder who sent this
She
in.
specified Fingies, like the pronunciation. Okay. Welcome, Alex. How did you guys decide to add a new cast member? I love the hypothetical skit. How does Anthony come up with that?
That's actually a good question.
That's a question I have.
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
Wouldn't we all like to know? Do you guys play D&D? He would make a good DM.
No,
I don't think that
I
I
don't-
would.
I think they would go for a good 5 minutes. Then we'd be talking about like the bagel maker. And
Alright, you
the
know
little factory.
I do play D&D.
But
I have a special character I can tell everyone about.
Oh, yeah.
before we talk about how we got Alex on the show, let's do a quick run through of what a D&D match with me as a DM would be. Okay, ready? Okay, guys, you walk into a dark dungeon and there's a goblin there. There's a goblin.
I kill it.
No, he kills you first.
Then we're over.
I
It's
kiss
done.
it.
No, you try to kiss him and then he kills you.
I run away.
You can't run away. He broke your ankles.
I kill myself.
You can't. He kills you first.
The end.
It kills you first.
That's me as the DM.
But,
My D&D character. I'll talk about this quickly
yeah,
because he's funny.
I am.
My D&D character. His first name is Magic. His last name is Man. He's a drow elf, so his skin color is completely like black as like ash or like charcoal. He can't see in the sun. He's completely blind during the day. He looks like Merlin from Shrek 3, but his clothing is like Mickey Mouse's wizard outfit from Fantasia. He goes around the town. Imagine his personality is kind of like Bender from Futurama.
Oh, that's base.
Yeah, and his whole thing is stealing teeth.
Why?
He really likes teeth.
Why
And
does he just likes the teeth?
he
For
no,
no
he
particular
wants to
reason?
take people's teeth so he can sell them to other people. And he uses a couple of his he has a tool. He has a sticky black pyramid that smells like putrid that can knock people out. That he
Right.
uses to knock them out. And he also has a spell on hand called Color Spray, which just blinds someone with rainbows. And then he uses it to steal people's teeth and sell and try to sell them. And I remember one thing in particular about one of my runs way back in the day was he's in a labyrinth, like a magic labyrinth that kept changing.
Right.
And my whole entire
Was there
party,
teeth there?
there was not teeth there, unfortunately, so he was bored. So
Okay.
my entire party was trying to find out like how to get out. They're doing all the things. Magic Man, there's a fountain in the middle of the room. Magic Man peed in the fountain, and then he fell asleep in it. And then for the next like 10 turns, as everyone else trying to figure out where it was, he was just still sleeping.
Let me guess what happened next. He wakes up and tries to steal teeth, and then it goes, no, a goblin kills you.
I wish.
I
Actually, my party was a little mad at me a little bit because
I wonder why.
But when they went to bed, when they went to sleep in the universe, my character doesn't really sleep, so he stole a couple of their teeth while they were sleeping.
He's got a Sigma grind set.
He's got a Sigma grind set. He tried to sell it to the king. The king actually bought some teeth.
All right, but like, as for how we got Alex on the show, pretty much he just showed up.
You just decided.
We're just friends with Alex, and then like we wanted to have him on as a guest star, and then we were like, okay, we'll keep him.
It's easier.
I just appeared.
Yeah.
He's just basically
I brought his head jar over.
Yeah, I get carried around quite frequently.
Yeah. So
I need no water.
I mistakenly thought that all of these were from the same person, but they just have the same, like, you know how when you have a Google account and it has a color, like they just so happen to have the same color, but it's not the same account.
You're a buffoon.
I am a fool,
a trickster.
So that one was from Bagel Me Fingies, I think it was. So I still don't know how I come up with the hypotheticals, but thank you for sending in viewer mail. I hope you do it again in the future.
Just happen they appear, they spawn in his brain.
Well,
hi guys, Tires McGee here. Oh God, it's cool. You guys have a new addition. Will you change your podcast picture to include Alex?
Look at the screen.
Well,
look at the screen.
No, well, to be fair, this is in response to the last episode. So yes, we did update the logo, and Alex is in there now.
They forgot to add my jar.
You're doing it too slow. You gave them. They're gonna get confused. Look at the screen. There.
Look at the screen.
Look at the screen.
Alex is in the logo now. He's an official member.
He was just invisible.
I was invisible before. No one knew I was here. I was in the walls.
And last but not least, we have an email from Analysis Me Moose. Question for Anthony dating advice segment. Anthony, what would you say is the perfect first date? Okay, let's think about this for a second.
I was thinking about this. This is a hard one.
What is the perfect first date?
Well, how about this? We'll make it a little even spicier. Me and Alex will give you a scenario and what you're doing. So do you want the area or what they're doing?
The area is a Chili's in Clay.
Chili's? Okay, we already ended on it. We already started on a bad note. Okay.
And okay, so let's see what you're doing in these Chili's.
What else would I be doing in a Chili's but sitting down waiting for food?
You guys forgot your wallets, so you have to be doing dishes in the back.
Yes. So we had to do dishes. So my first date was at a Chili's, first off. And second off, now we've both forgotten our wallets, and I have to go clean the dishes in the back.
Come on, Anthony. You've seen sitcoms before.
Yeah, now, so what do you do
what
now?
What sitcom did this happen?
I don't know. Like Full House, probably.
Probably
there's 9 seasons of it.
Seinfeld episode. They probably throw a monkey in it or something as well.
Everything happened.
What's the deal with American
I swear,
sitcoms?
I watched a lot of Full House back in the day, and I still like it. I don't think they ever had an episode quite like this, though.
I had the Lost episode.
The Lost episode.
You used to talk to me about it. I remember when I was really into Full House, I talked to you about it, and you said you liked it too, Derek.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a bad show. It's just
sort of. It's not really a show you can hate. It's just like, it's on.
It's there.
I like it. I like
Full House. So
what are you doing from here? Where do you take the date from there?
Okay, so we're doing dishes in the back because we both forgot our wallet. Okay. I grab a bunch of ice from the soda machine and I put it in the deep fryer.
No, our goblin kills you.
See, look, we're going nowhere.
Okay, so what do you do next?
So you put the ice in the deep fryer.
I grab my date by the arm and I run out the Chili's with her as it explodes behind us.
She says, "Ow, you're hitting my arm."
Yeah.
I go, sorry. I don't know. I had to save her from the exploding Chili's.
While you're pulling it, her arm falls off. And she's like, "That's my prosthetic. Look what you've done. It's broken. What do you do now?"
Oh no, my arm! It's broken.
I'm like, you're a skeleton, and then I take off her like skin costume, and it turns out she's a skeleton, and I pulled her bone from her socket. And she goes, "I'm sorry, can you still love me while I'm a skeleton?" And I go, "Even better."
Romantic.
Oh, and then we make out. I kiss her bony where her lips would be.
Would
She
you
had
would you
them.
do
Teeth.
while that's
Teeth,
going?
I guess her teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While that's going on, you just hear someone go, "Hey, stop it!" And you look, it's Mr. Bones. He's on a skateboard.
Mr.
He
Bones.
goes,
He doesn't
now
approve.
someone's been messing with something they shouldn't be messing with.
Spin the wheel.
Didn't I used to have more skin on these bones? I love Mr. Bones.
I know.
I'm not trying to steal Mr. Bones' girl. Mr. Bones already has a girlfriend. It's
No,
the weird,
it's
like,
his-
skinwalker lady from
No,
Mr.
it's his
Bones.
daughter.
His daughter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr. Bones' daughter.
The Lost
Lost
video
episode.
game. The
Are
Lost
you
video game, I
telling
have
me
as
that
well.
I get to have Mr. Bones from
No,
the
he-
Sega Saturn game Mr. Bones is my dad?
No, he doesn't approve. What do you do?
Well, I'm not. I break up with her right away. I'm not going to disagree with Mr. Bones.
Okay, that's your relationship to advice if you're ever in a Chili's and you have to do the dishes because you forgot your wallet.
I would
And they have
say
Mr. Bones' daughter.
I would say Analysis Me Moose or whatever her name is. That was not my perfect first date, but I did get to meet Mr. Bones, so it actually is a perfect day in general. Nothing was bad about that.
The Bone Woman says
Any
that
ends
she wants a
justify
second date.
any ends justify the means in that scenario
Well,
where I get to meet Mr. Bones.
now that we're talking about bones, it reminds me of something spooky.
Oh, that's what's spooky.
Oh, there's this one series of movies that are the greatest movies of all time,
Like,
One of them is
historically.
good.
and they're called Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for the
He's
Pennsylvania.
ready.
So the reason we're talking about this, we'll explain this. Me, Alex, and Derek.
Putnam.
No, I'm talking. Do you think they're talking to my clone?
Well, I don't know if they know that Mr. Putnam is also named Derek.
He's
the
over
man who talked
here in
about the
our
Cat
jar.
in the Hat wedding on a previous episode. That guy.
Cat in the Hat wedding.
So we were hanging out at Alex's house, and we're like bored. We're like, what do we watch? We're like, oh, we want to watch something. And while we're scrolling through it, we see the hotel. We see Hotel Transylvania 3, and none of us has watched it. So we're like, you know what? Let's watch it. It would be funny. And during that time, it was a meme popular of the dance scene in that movie was a meme.
Yep.
And for some reason, two things happened. One is I'll explain the first one. You explain the second one. Is that we would play that scene, but have it mute and put our own music behind it, like FNAF ambient, and we thought it was the absolute funniest thing in the world.
That was the funniest thing in the
Oh
world.
my god, we did it for like 30 minutes.
We would also go through the entire movie and scrub through it multiple times after we watched it, and we would try to find the funniest faces that the characters can make, like pogging and stuff.
We would watch it for like 5 minutes, get to a scene where there's a lot of movement, and just start pausing. And oh my god, it was
it was
impressive.
great.
There were so many.
Yeah, like it's impressive the animation because like the animation has such good. It's like really
Yeah,
well
like
animated.
it's like surprisingly well.
Yeah.
Then once you pause it, you're like, I would never see that scene and like, yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, like once you pause Hotel Transylvania 3, you see one frame that you've never seen in your entire life, and you're like, it's like a grace from God.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But no, then because of that, we have this tradition now where we watch the entire Hotel Transylvania series backwards. So the next 2 times we hung out, we watched 2, then 1.
We reviewed the whole series.
And we should talk about the reviews of that movie. Should we start off with our tier list or talk about them individually?
Go ahead individually.
So let's start with 3.
3 is a very enjoyable movie with a lot of fast animation.
But it's not enjoyable for the right reason.
No, it's not. It's like the plot is kind of. Oh, the day gets saved by them playing the Macarena. I think that's how the movie ends.
What?
Oh my god!
No, like so the whole point of the movie is that the monster hunter is trying to finally kill like Dracula and all the monsters.
Right, but they have like a whole friend, like enemies to lovers AO3 art.
Yeah, and like the whole thing at the ending is like
the
bad guy gets the Kraken.
Yeah,
and he plays like an evil song that makes the Kraken like kill everybody.
And then what's his name?
Johnny
was like, I'm a DJ, and plays like the Macarena, and then everyone just starts dancing, and it feels like a fever dream.
It's like a Friday Night Funkin' battle.
It's It's like Anthony. It reminds me of our joke with Chevy. If we just turned on TV static, he just starts dancing. It's like same concept.
If he saw a TV
Yeah.
static, he starts
But-
busting down.
But no, that movie is. It's like if it was an actual movie, I'd be like a 4. Like,
Actual
it's not. It
movie.
doesn't feel real.
It's not
It-
real.
Hotel
But-
Transylvania 3.
It's like a 4 or a 3. If it was like you made me give it
It
an
is a
actual
3.
rating,
Yeah.
but it's just I would watch it again. It's like a 6.
On pure enjoyment alone, it's like a 6.
Yeah.
Of course.
Then
It's not even like that good.
it's
If you go through it the way we went through it, the way we experienced it, it was less of a movie and more of an experience.
so that sounds more like more than a 6. Then is what it sounds like.
no. It was.
But I think like other movies, you can have a better experience. Like other than the 3, it's just it's an experience, not like the experience.
Yeah, it was just we were having a good time. We made it enjoyable.
Yeah, we made it more funny than it was.
Some movies are like that.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about the dark horse of the series so
Yeah.
The
far.
Black Sheep.
Black
Yeah.
Sheep.
2, we'll just get straight.
Can
to
I
point.
say my piece about Hotel Transylvania really
we're
quick?
getting to that.
We're getting to the first
Fine,
movie,
fine.
and that's where you're located.
Okay.
2 sucks.
It's
It's
not.
really
I
bad.
thought it was better than it
Oh
was.
my!
When I went back to
I
it.
thought it was so good when I was young.
Yes, and the animation is fine. Like the animation, in all 3 movies is fine.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that the plot.
The
is,
animation one's really good though.
It is. Oh yeah, it
And
really is.
3 and 1 are would say they're about the same level of animation. No, actually, 1 and 2 are the same level of animation. 3, I would say you like it for different reasons. It's sort of hard to compare.
Yeah,
3 is a lot more cartoony.
it is. It's a lot
But
more in your face.
2 sucks because it's sort of like the third one where the plot's really bad, but it's not made up for in the funny aspect. It's sad because in 2 and 3 they slowly get less Johnny, which is one of the best parts of the movies.
I like how everyone should see the new one in January. The new one
No.
Yes.
it returns a focus
No.
to Dracula and Johnny's relationship, which is kind of like the crux of the whole franchise, where it's at its best.
Just in the second one, they tried to focus on the
The kid,
son and them. They tried to make it a lot more emotional.
they did too much.
Yeah, and the problem is it didn't flow well from emotional to non-emotional. It'd just be oh, this is really important. Now look at him eat the sheep.
Yeah, it was weird jokes. No, what's it called? There's a Dennis's party at the end of the movie is getting destroyed. It was a sad moment
Mhm.
by the bats and everything.
Yeah.
Get
And
the Nutcrackers knocked down.
And then what's it called?
No, that's you. Yeah, you in the movie then?
And then
As a cameo.
the dogs, because the joke is the werewolf family has a bunch of dogs, a bunch of puppies, they're we're rabid.
Yeah, they can never sleep.
And then a cut to cut away to them for a second, and they just rip someone's clothes off and ate them.
Yeah.
And it's that's a weird pacing.
And also, with it, there was the only good part of the movie was no, that's in the first one. No, never mind. I
We're
forgot.
not there yet.
Wait, no,
What
no,
was
it's
it?
not in the. Which one is the one where they have to get? No, it is the second one where they have to get to the airport. That was the second one. Yeah.
I thought he went. No, I thought he went to the airport. No, it was the first one. He went to the airport because in the first spoilers for Hotel Transylvania,
Yeah.
he went to the airport in the first one because Johnny finally left and he was on a plane to leave and he had to get him
yeah.
back from
Okay.
Mavis.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, the second one's
It-
2.
it's a C tier.
It's
Of
a 2 out
films.
of 10.
Yeah.
It's just not that. It's not that funny. The story sucks. The only thing that's good about it is the animation.
I like the part where Dracula yeeted Dennis off the really tall thing. He just
Yeah.
fell to his death.
Oh yeah,
Pretty funny.
he was the kid
remember
will
that
fly,
scene.
and he was just throwing them
Just
off
whoop, gone.
I remember that scene.
Yeah,
But-
everyone does. It's
Yeah.
the iconic scene from the movie.
because it was all in all the trailers. But
Oh, that's probably why I remember it.
but
I
now
saw Hotel Transylvania 2 at the drive-in movies.
I saw it with
Oh,
you.
the drive-ins.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds completely plausible.
Memories.
but
Memories all the way in the moonlight.
When the moon
Hey,
hits
you
your
guys
eye.
ever watched the Cats movie from a few years ago?
no,
That movie sucked.
I would assume so. But now let's talk about a good movie.
Hotel Transylvania 1 is the
1.
only one that I would actually like. No one's about. I recommend people watch. That's just an actually
It's a
good
solid movie.
It's actually I really like that.
I
movie.
really like Hotel Transylvania 1.
It's like it has
Adam Sandler
solid
in it.
characters, solid plot. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
because
consistent.
the reason
movie.
it's so good is because they focused on Johnny, Dracula, and Mavis.
And I really love Johnny and Mavis's relationship too.
Yeah,
It actually feels like genuine, like
it feels like they
growth.
genuinely were in love with each other.
It
Like, you
feels
get why they're doing everything.
Like
they felt
I
like
hate
real people.
Yeah, like I hate when like obviously it's like the stereotype of like whatever, it's a movie. You have like an hour. But like I hate when like in an hour of time, like the characters like the second they meet, it's like, oh my god, it's like true love. And like I guess that's like technically what it was because like the
But
zing.
they have like a whole thing about
They
it.
have, like,
the
a
zing
growth
is like
to
a
it.
huge like plot.
I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
I think it worked out because it didn't focus on the relationship solely. Most of it was focused on Dracula trying to stop it.
Yeah, most of it was Dracula's racism.
Yeah, Dracula really is the main character in the movie. But I do want to shout out Johnny and Mavis. They just had really good on-screen chemistry.
The last scene in the movie was really good. Is the whole
the rap scene?
No.
What scene?
The rap scene.
That
remember?
is the last scene in the movie.
I love the rap scene. It's so funny.
I'm
That
talking
is the last
about
scene.
the like we were talking about earlier, the whole plane scene.
I love that scene too.
It has emotional weight that actually can like hit.
It just it's nice because it made they made Mavis feel like a person who isn't just like the stereotype. I want to get out of that house because when she does and gets like like thinks that's what it is, she doesn't want to go back. It's not like I still want to go.
They made her more than just Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
an actual character.
Crazy. You know what? I remember like last year, I watched some episodes of Wizards of Waverly Place on Disney Plus. It was like, wow, it's been a long time.
I feel like
since I was a
half of
little
those
boy.
shows don't hold up.
Wizards of Waverly Place seasons 1 and 2 are not bad.
Like what one is Demi Lovato part of?
Sunny with a Chance.
Yeah, I hate that one.
I remember I looked everywhere for Sunny with a Chance because I remember watching it when I was young and I wanted to like see. I can watch it now if I wanted to. It is on Disney Plus, but I never actually did watch it. If you hate Sunny with a Chance, you would actually like
do yourself a favor and don't do it. I like other ones. I love.
You don't like So Random though.
I like Drake and Josh.
I love Drake and Josh.
iCarly is good too. That's a good one.
Drake and Josh is just unironically a really good show.
It is.
Did you ever watch So Random though?
So random.
Remember when you watched Sunny with a Chance?
They did the show. Yeah,
and then all the ads on Disney Channel, like everywhere I went, it was like some sort of like curse because everywhere I went, I just heard the show within a show is now its own show. Show within a show is now its own show.
I did not watch. I only watched the.
I hate.
I only watched Sunny with a Chance. I didn't watch the actual show.
I watched Sunny with a Chance and So Random. I remember.
No, I watched So Random.
You guys remember MC Grammar from So Random?
No, sorry, I did not watch Sunny with a Chance. I watched.
You.
Remember that?
No, sorry, I watched So
the
Random.
Rapper of the Year, dude. MC Grammar should have won that Grammy.
Biggie Cheese, Rapper of the Year.
Biggie Cheese is from Back to the Barnyard.
Yeah,
but no, I only watched So Random. I never watched the actual show.
So you never watched Sunny with a Chance, but you did watch So Random.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Sunny with a Chance is at least better than that.
Do you remember? You
guys remember Good Luck Charlie?
I remember that one.
The show was like
Bob Duncan.
Bob Duncan.
Bob Duncan was the best character.
I was gonna say that Good Luck Charlie was okay, but I'm officially going to consider it amazing for having Bob Duncan.
So for context, real quick, when I was like in 9th grade, I started this joke, and it went on for like 6 months, where everyone was just in love with Bob Duncan.
On Valentine's Day. Can I tell the story about Valentine's Day quick?
I remember you wore a piece of paper that says "My heart belongs to Bob Duncan."
Yeah, so on Valentine's Day in 9th grade, I did have a piece of paper that I wrote, "My heart belongs to Bob Duncan," and taped it to my shirt. But before that, I actually convinced like 4 of my friends who were in my history class, which was my first period class, to pick me up. Like one of them took my arm, one of them took my leg, and then the other arm and leg. They picked me up and carried me into class. And then I had a bunch of pieces of paper with a Valentine message that I passed out to everyone in class. And the best part was you could tell if your Valentine came from one of the last ones that I wrote because they just gradually degraded in quality more and more.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh,
That happens.
Any of you remember the show? I think it was on Disney or Disney XD, Lemonade Mouth.
Oh
Lemonade
God,
Mouth?
that
I
was a
don't remember
movie.
that.
Oh,
Lemonade Mouth.
That
I
was
never watched it though.
I did watch it. It was like the
That was
generic like band movie where they all get together, they split up, they get back together.
Yeah.
Right,
I
you
remember
have like
one of the
you
actors.
guys remember like Camp Rock and
Yeah.
like the Princess Diaries.
Wait,
Yeah.
before we go into that, one of the actors, like the redhead in the movie, like a year or two ago, got arrested for like arson.
It's like Drake Bell, but
Yeah.
not as bad.
No.
Drake Bell got arrested for something else.
Yeah, he got arrested for something
I
funny.
still love Drake and Josh though.
Yeah.
Drake and Josh is awesome.
What is that one show? I can't
Oh,
remember.
also, do you remember? Everyone remembers High School Musical, right?
Yeah.
For some
Yeah.
reason, that was like unironically huge when we were kids.
Yeah.
Said you were old. You were an old man when that happened. Actually,
I wasn't an old man. I was only like 8.
Yeah, well, I was like 6. So
So.
Old man. What is High School Musical?
when I was 8, I was playing Mario. Do you want to know what I was doing yesterday as well?
Playing
Do you
Mario.
want to
could
know what I
hear
was
it.
doing like any other time in my life?
Playing Mario.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
it. Don't worry.
Oh.
But no.
Yeah, when I VC with them, I have like a microphone on my headphones that I talk to them with, and I'm playing Mario Galaxy 2 or Mario Galaxy on my Wii just because I played it all the time. And like if you've ever played those games, you know that like a bunch of sound effects come from the Wii remote when you play, and they can hear them all. You can hear me collecting star bits, launching from a launch star.
How far are we in?
We are at 31 minutes in, and I actually want to
we're
get to
fine.
this specific segment. My sister, who watches the show, hello. I don't know if you're probably not cool with me saying your name.
Hello, Anthony's sister.
Hello, sister. Hey, Seth. Okay.
Oh, who invited James Charles? Get him out of here.
Hi, sister.
We're too old for him.
Yeah,
We're too
too
old.
old. We're too old for him.
Oh, anyways, my sister, for some reason, really, like, it wasn't even like a segment on last episode, but when I was like making a joke at my expense about how the ladies love Persona fans, my sister told me that she thought it didn't go on nearly long enough, and she wanted like a whole dating advice segment. So you know what? Let's get some dating advice, guys.
I guess this is.
Let's do some dating advice.
I guess people really like this topic because we sort of already went over this topic already.
Are we so?
Remember the question?
That was our intro music for the segment.
Are we giving like
Free.
actual dating advice, or are we like?
Because
What do you think? No, of course not.
Anthony, I guess this topic's really popular. We already talked about this. The question.
No, we didn't already
That
talk
was a
about
hypothetical.
it. We had a hypothetical about we need to give dating
So-
advice.
The best thing you can do on a date, right? The
Mhm.
first thing you do, you sit down, you look at her in the eyes, you take her hand, and you pull your phone out,
And look at what?
and then you play.
And you start looking at
Play Angry Birds?
grapes
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vine.
grape
And you're like,
bites.
oh,
Oh man,
I wish I was
Really?
there.
I wish I
wish-
could suck the grapes off that
And
one.
you look at your date and you go, I wish you were a grape.
Yeah,
And then you have to get like a really like disappoint. You have to look like on the verge of tears, like with disappointment.
you have to tell me whatever the opposite. Like if it's a woman, you're like, I wish you were a man. And then vice versa.
So let's get this straight. If you're on a date with a guy, you look at him and go, I wish you were a woman. And then if you're on a
Yeah.
date with a woman, you go, I wish you were a man.
And then you add on to it, so you look them deep in the eyes, and you do a little like a bite your lip.
No, you-
I wish you were a woman.
No, this is what you do. When you get there, you sit down and you just like start. Like you don't.
Mario
you don't-
socks on. I just noticed.
Tripping.
Alex is wearing
Yeah.
Mario socks. Go on, Derek.
So you just when you go there, you don't meet. You don't greet yourself like hi, I'm this. You just sit down and like for a good like minute, just like intensely stare at her. Then you just go, she's not real. She's not real. I gotta get out of here.
Actually, having psychosis, that's a good one. You could also like sit down, like look up, and then just like start like being like 27, 3, -5,
You start-
6.
You just start listing off dates.
You start, yeah. November
Dates.
6th, November 16th, 2021. That's today.
February 17th.
Oh my God.
I actually didn't like realize that was today. I was like, November 16th. That sounds like a funny day. I was like, oh my god, it's today.
February 17th, 2022.
Yeah.
Face
Yeah,
your
listen,
Anthony,
dates.
Anthony, you gotta face your mind.
I'm facing the mic, I'm facing the mic,
You know what's the
I'm facing the mic
best
right now.
advice you can do?
Mm.
The absolute best thing that has always worked for me, right? Every single time. When you're on your first date, look at her right in the eye. Confidence. Confidence is key.
Confidence is key.
You look right in the eye. You say, "Enjoy the next 45 minutes."
When you morph your face into a troll face.
And you might turn to
No.
a troll.
No, you
Troll.
also do. No, it's another option. You can't do that. That's a little advanced. You just bring a friend in and completely ignore.
Yeah.
Or you make things interesting. You invite multiple dates.
That's
It's like Among Us.
That's like speeding Among Us.
It's like
Yeah,
You come in giant Among Us costume.
9-year-olds when they want to have their first date.
Yeah, Anthony,
That's what's going on in like the elementary school dating scene right now.
Yeah, you gotta go in a giant Among Us costume and start running around the place and try to jump into a vent.
Sus.
Look at her go sus.
Anytime like your food gets there, you go.
You see,
What
what we also do is that you want to see if she'll pay for it, right? Because like, who wants to pay for dinner, right? Like places like Vona's or like Ruby Tuesdays. Like I kind of
Why are
stuff.
you taking your girl to Ruby Tuesdays
That
on a
kind of
date?
stuff's expensive. I
It's
don't
almost
know.
as bad as Chili's.
I'm just thinking of
Anthony.
we know
normal
someone.
restaurant. Why would you ever take her
Why
there?
would
Well,
you go on a
take her to
date?
McDonald's.
Either way, whenever you go out,
McDonald's is
whenever
also
you go out, you
better.
bring your wallet, right? But like, what you do is that when the bill gets there, you like pat yourself down, and then like you pretend like you forgot it. Then you see what she does next.
You with your wallet, instead of pulling out your wallet, you do like the clown trick and pull out the ribbon. Keep going like it's there somewhere.
Here's what you can do, okay?
Turn into a clown.
What you can do is you can pat down and be looking for your wallet, and she thinks that you're looking for your wallet, but then you pat again, and a loaded gun falls out of your jacket. And you go, you weren't supposed to see that yet.
You pat her down and be like, I know you had a wallet.
No, you know what? Here's my idea. Here's what you should do for your first date, all you young women and men out there. So
Don't show
what
up.
I would do is
Game.
so the scene is set. I've created like a fake set, like a fake restaurant. And I have
Chili's.
like a bunch of extras
It's called
planted there.
Chili's, yeah.
It's like I have a bunch of extras planted there, and I have like a decoy me that's supposed to be sitting there. That's like supposed to look convincing, but it's not really me. Maybe like a look-alike or something. And I am perched on like some sort of control panel far away, like with glass around it, so I can observe the area. So the date sits down, and then all of a sudden, I press a button, and metal like clamps like slam around her arms and legs, so she can't move, and everyone evacuates the restaurant. And then the floor opens up, and she's like her chair is tied to a string, so now she's floating above like a vat of hungry piranhas and like great white sharks or whatever, like just battery acid, actually, just a big vat of battery acid.
Why are you turning into like a villain?
I see
And I
where,
go,
I see
you
where,
can escape this terrible trap if you answer me these riddles 3.
Alex,
Where's
I
this
see
coming
where
from?
he gets his dead grandmas and torture thoughts from now.
I do keep bringing up things like this.
I will say this is a torture. Do we have the other half? Is your date a grandma?
She could be. I don't know.
He's
The
gotta see.
romantic interests are not what was the point here. The point was by the way, in my chamber, I'm wearing like. Have you ever seen Meet the Robinson?
Yeah.
I'm
You're like
wearing
bowler
like
hat
the
guy.
bowler hat guy outfit, except instead of a bowler hat, I have like a big top hat, and I like twirl my mustache.
Do
and I
you
wear a
have
monocle.
like the gross like boys like the boy baseball like
Like
sweaty
the very
clothes underneath?
small, sweaty boys baseball outfit
Yeah.
that I've been wearing for like
30
over,
years.
like for several decades.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
And
It's
I
a
like
must.
I have my top hat, and I'm like twirling my mustache, and I have my monocle, and I go riddle number 1. What becomes
what becomes
when you put a hole in a barrel? Oh wait, I gave it away.
you put a hole-
When you put a hole in the barrel.
what is
Anthony,
happening?
while you're trying to think of your riddle, you
I
don't
didn't think of
notice.
the riddles. That was the only thing I didn't account for.
Yeah, you don't notice behind you, but while you're not looking, you see a goblin come up behind you and
What?
he pushes you in.
What makes things brighter when it's darker?
I don't know.
A flashlight.
I overthought that one.
What riddle me this? What's in a container and keeps your food cold?
I don't know what.
A cold cabinet.
Whoa.
Anthony's room.
I do keep my room very cold.
What's another one? What's another one?
What's another one for Anthony?
Good riddle.
What
Wait, no.
what opens and gives you air?
A door?
Mouth.
Yeah, no. That would have been better.
Yeah,
actually.
mouth does
A
open
mouth
and give you air.
Yeah, that was been better.
But you're
Okay,
not supposed to breathe through your
wait.
mouth.
I mean, you can.
You
If
can. It's not
if you're
like
a filthy mouth breather, you can.
Wait,
I
we
used to
got
breathe
one.
through
We
my
got
mouth a lot
one.
because my nose has like problems.
We got one more.
One more.
And it's gonna be a combo. You know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the riddle starts. What's black?
And blue.
Do you want the other part of the riddle?
What's the other part?
Is about to show you the definition of pain.
What's black and blue? And about to show me the definition of pain?
Yes.
Hog rider?
A purple and blue goblin.
Blue goblin. He's got one.
It's a black and blue goblin, actually.
No,
Hog rider.
you don't want. You don't want to be hog rided right now.
No, I'll be hog rider. No.
What is red and white and blue
No.
all over?
No, the Anthony.
Red,
if you want to
white,
hear
blue over a flag.
France.
you want to hear. If you want to hear the context, you're gonna like cry. We were doing a fun. We were making a funny League of Legends reference.
For the absolute two
And I
viewers
thought
of
being a
this
Persona
watch
fan
this.
was bad.
You'll laugh in 5 business days.
You want to hear an interesting fact, Anthony?
Sure, I do.
There's more registered League of Legends accounts now than Steam registered accounts.
Yeah, because the world is horrible.
Because the world is horrible. The world sucks.
Anyways, moving on.
Now the riddle section's over.
That was a very good segment, and I
How mu-
recommend
how
any of you do any of those things.
How much time do we have?
We have about 20 minutes left.
Okay, then we can do our 2 topics. So, Anthony, it's time. You gotta have the creative juices flowing.
A hypothetical. Okay, we've
Hypothetical
come
hour.
up with a few, basically, but a good
So there's
hypothetical.
this goblin.
This is Goblin. He's black
Okay.
and he's blue and he pushes you into a vat.
So
of
let's
fire acid.
say that you live
No.
100 years ago. The year is 1921.
Okay.
Okay. You are an aerospace engineer.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to make a hot air balloon made of
Tinfoil.
dogs.
Dogs. Okay.
But you're being faced with some serious problems on how to get the dogs. How do you get the dogs necessary to build your hot air balloon?
I-
You need 101.
100 Dalmatians.
I was about to say, that's an easy one.
So I mean, I know what to do. I invest everything into the stock market, and then I pull out all my funds November 1929.
You failed.
I have so much
No.
money. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know what to
Then your
do.
profit.
It's a time traveler. He
I-
caused it. It's your fault.
I know what to do, Anthony.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have this I'm gonna have a big black trench coat. I'm gonna also have a top hat and a little funny mustache, and I'm gonna have this big net, and I'm gonna get a fake truck that says kennel. And I'm gonna be running around with trying to get these dogs
With
with
like
a
a
big
big,
net,
comically large, like bug net.
and I keep slipping on like banana peels. You can't see my face either. It's only the top of my head.
Are your eyes just like black and
It's like a
white, but like
dastardly
the pupils
villain.
in your eyes are shaped like Pac-Man?
Yes.
It's like you like whenever you move around, like all of your limbs squash and stretch.
When
and
I
you have really
fall-
long, like stretchy limbs.
When I see who is calling me? I don't care.
Yeah, evanescence.
What is that evanescence, bro?
It sounds like it. Doesn't it sound like Bring Me to Life?
No,
It
it
doesn't.
doesn't.
I
It
thought it
does
sounds
not
like-
at all.
That sounds like the zombies track. We can't see the name of it.
Maybe because that's what it is. But no,
Derek just doesn't want to admit that he's a huge Evanescence fan.
you got me. I guess.
I got you.
But no, I run around with a giant net,
Right.
and sometimes I run into this really weird cat and mouse, and they have like realistic form. It concerns me heavily. I have to get them. I'm like they know how to get dogs,
No.
and when I fall, it makes these really weird sounds like it makes these really weird bangs. I don't know. It's been freaking me
It's a
out.
little silly.
Okay. So let's say that you do collect 100 dogs.
Yeah.
But then you hear a knock on your door and you open it up, and it's Heinrich Himmler.
I look at him and my eyes pop up. Ayuga!
I close
Because
my.
I want to see the dogs.
I tell him, give me 1 second. I close the door, lock it. I tie strings to all the dog's legs. I fill them with helium, put them up my chimney, and then we fly away.
It's like the opposite.
You like sacrifice the large balloon for like a million tiny dogs.
It's like
Yeah.
it sounds like Up in a alternate universe.
It is.
Know what I do? I hear his voice. I'm like, you really remind me of this good movie series that has a similar voice to you.
Wow.
What are you referencing?
You went, I want to suck your blood.
I was.
I want
It's
to-
Heinrich Himmler.
I want
Yeah.
to see your dogs.
You're talking about like Hitler's right hand man.
Yeah. Did I specify?
Reminds you of Adam Sandler's Hotel Transylvania.
Hey,
voice.
remind
That's
me.
like 20 years off.
Well, he was alive.
I mean, yeah, but Hitler was like in World War One at that point, wasn't he?
Oh, he was like a.
He
World
wasn't
War
even
I
in
veteran.
power yet.
No. He just got out of World War One. Actually, at that
Also,
point,
I
and then
did
he was,
not.
like,
I could not
dying.
tell you were
He had
trying.
not risen to power.
He was
yet.
like wimpy.
I could not tell you were trying to do a German accent. I thought you were trying to do a vampire accent.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
he's
what I thought
there.
it was going.
And you go, wait, aren't you supposed to not be in power yet? And he goes,
He's like, don't cough.
I invested in Apple.
I look at him and I'm like, you remind me of this one video game.
He says he
character.
invested in
It's
Dogecoin,
funny.
and now he's the richest man in the world.
He's the richest man in the world.
He bought an NFT.
No.
He sold an NFT.
He sold an NFT.
Yeah, he has a friend that makes some seriously good art.
I kind of want to download a Google image and like say it's like a really expensive NFT and then just copy paste it when someone gives me a bunch of money. Be like, here you go.
It's not how it works.
I know it's not how it works, but it's funny when I say it like that.
That I'm laughing.
Okay,
Dude, if
so
I
anyways, the
business
dogs are all floating away, but then he goes outside, and it's like Duck Hunt. He takes out his NES app, and he goes, pew, pew, and all the dogs fall to the ground. And he creates the dog blimp.
The dog blimp.
Mm-hmm.
How many dogs do you have in that blimp?
100.
100 dogs for a whole blimp?
Okay, so here's my plan. So so while he goes on his adventure,
It's not an adventure.
whatever he's doing, this is a 20-year plan.
I mean, I would say that a blimp made out of dogs is a pretty good adventure.
yeah,
It is an
I
adventure.
got it. No, here's my plan. So, to get it back. So this is what I do. I get into a loving relationship, and it's going real well. And oh no,
Who is it?
oh no,
Who is it?
Who are you in love
we can't have a child, and it's going that. Oh no, then it's like another 20 years. Oh, she's really sick.
Sick.
She hands
I
me
think
this.
that the man in question has been up to some certain things.
You gotta let me continue my story.
Well,
So
he
it's-
got away with the dogs already.
No, listen.
yeah.
No, he hands me while she's
I
dying.
do realize that I have like crafted a situation eerily similar to Up, actually.
Thank you for letting me finish the joke, Anthony.
Go ahead.
No, it's you
Yeah,
ruined the
it's a
joke.
joke. He was when he was talking about the whole start of the movie. Like,
I know you're
Yeah.
So you're like, never mind.
no bit for you.
sorry. Not really sorry.
No bit.
No,
Nothing.
man, I can't continue the story.
No,
No,
no. story.
anyways, he gets on the blimp and he tries to take off, but what do you think happens?
I think
Monkey starts throwing
the,
darts at him.
the dogs start becoming undone slowly. From the glue.
It's a huge aeronautical disaster, and he crashes and dies.
Next
And the
topic.
Mandenberg.
Let's go to the next
the
topic.
end.
What's the next topic?
The end.
He really did try to continue it after.
Yeah.
Well, I needed to end it. We needed to wrap it up and show what happened.
What's the
Okay,
next
this
topic?
one we're gonna talk about the worst movie you've ever seen.
I don't
Worst
know,
movie.
man. That's
You know
so
what, can
many.
I go first?
Yeah.
you go first.
I don't know if I can decide like right off the spot like what the worst movie I've ever
So
seen.
why'd you go
but
first?
I had an idea.
Yeah, what's your idea?
I watched Charlie's Angels the other day.
The new one?
Oh,
Like a few weeks ago. No.
The old one?
The 2000 one.
Yeah.
why'd you watch it?
I don't know. I remember
Like the-
watching it as a kid.
The 2010 one?
No, the 2000 one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's
the
not
old
even the
one.
worst one.
That movie sucks. That movie's horrible.
I thought the first one was good.
No.
2001 isn't the first one.
Oh, okay.
2000
before that.
2000 is like the first Charlie's Angels movie.
No, isn't the you said there was another one, right?
I'm pretty sure there was one before. I'm pretty sure there was one before 2000. Pretty certain because Charlie's Angels is like a series from like the 70s.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It was, but they made a movie based on it in the year 2000.
Yeah, but I think they also made a movie before that.
They also made one in 2010, didn't they?
2010s, yeah. I think it was like 2017.
Yeah, they
I
made
remember
multiple
that
things.
Charlie's Angels, which was I never saw it though.
I know that one was really, really bad.
But I know that this movie was horrible. It sucked.
Why?
Well, first off, the plot was really bad because it's like about this with like technology that they're trying to like save, and the guy who developed it got kidnapped, so they save him and are trying to like stop the technology from falling in the wrong hands. But it turns out that they were playing into his hands the whole time, and really it was a plot so he could kill their boss.
Spoilers.
It's terrible movie. I don't know. It's not an enjoyable movie. The action was not that good.
Trying to see how many
The jokes were not funny. You know.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have one, Anthony?
They had the guy from. Have you ever seen Freddy Got Fingered? Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
I've seen that movie.
It's the guy from Freddy Got Fingered. It's like a
Yeah.
minor character.
Fingered.
Fingered. That movie sucks.
For me, I've seen so many movies in my day. It's so hard to like pinpoint like a bad movie because like usually I can like find it within myself. Like a movie like Cat in the Hat.
Which I love.
Objectively, is it like not that well made of a movie?
What movie?
Cat in the Hat.
Okay.
Objectively, it's not well made.
Mm.
But like I can still find like some sort of like ironic enjoyment out of it. So like I don't like hate it. There's some movie like I know it's like an easy like one to pick on, like the Emoji Movie. I can't even get like ironic enjoyment out of that. That movie is just like suffering for like an hour. It just
That
sucks.
movie is horrible. That is probably.
It was horrible.
I would still probably rather watch the Emoji Movie than Charlie's Angels.
I don't know. The
Anthony
movie
forced
was
me
rough.
to watch that
It was
movie.
rough.
The movie's rough.
Yeah, I watched it. I was forced to because they're like, come on, put it on. It's funny. Come on.
It's not funny.
Everything's always an affront to Derek. You had to watch the Emoji Movie. Oh no!
You're the one who put it on. Who am I going to blame? Alex for that?
Yeah.
Well, Nicholas was there too.
Yeah, it's his fault too.
Well, it was funny.
No, it wasn't.
It was funny to make you watch it.
It's funny to watch you suffer. Suffer.
You had to watch it again, so.
That's fine by me. It was funny.
Like I feel like the Emoji Movie, as bad as it is, should be studied in college. It should be studied as like what not to do. Like this is exactly what you don't do. In
I feel like I've seen worse animated movies than the Emoji Movie though.
It's not hard.
Like Minions, the Minions movie.
No, I would say.
I would say the Minions movie is a little better, but not great though.
I would actually
movie
really
is by
say
far.
it's
I would say
worse.
it's a lot worse.
Well,
I
haven't seen it since like 2017, but I am just gonna put it out there that I think that the Minions movie is worse than the Emoji movie.
Animated movie that I do hate, Garfield.
Oh yeah.
Like I used to love that as a kid.
You mean like the live action?
Like Bill Murray.
Yeah, with
Garfield.
Bill Murray?
Like Bill Murray's voice as Garfield kind of fits.
Mhm.
Like everything else besides that, besides like Bill Murray as Garfield, everything around it, like the plot, everything just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna say for mine, I'm gonna not do the easy ones like Cat in the Hat. We've already talked about that. That's one of the worst movies.
Mhm.
And like you said, Emoji Movie. But one of the ones I like just remembered is Alvin and the Chipmunks 3.
Shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked.
That
you know what
movie's
happened?
Not good.
When I was a kid, I think it was for Shipwrecked. When it came out, I was like at the height of my Alvin the Chipmunks love, which was like several years.
I fell off after Squeakquel.
Squeakquel. I love Squeakquel, and then the theater was sold out of tickets for
That's
Shipwrecked, and I
impressive.
cried.
Cried.
I was crying because I couldn't see
That
Shipwrecked.
sucks.
And I watched it, and it wasn't even like I
That
wasn't
good.
crazy about it like I was about the first two.
I actually.
It like
I
takes the
haven't-
plot in such a weird direction.
It's just a weird
Weird
movie. The only
movie.
good part about it
David
is
Cross.
yeah.
I
David
feel really
Cross,
bad for
baby.
my mom because I was like crying and upset because I couldn't see Alvin the Chipmunks, and then she had to go watch it with me.
I saw the trailers for like the road trip
Sorry,
or
Mom.
whatever. The fourth one. That one's like I don't even know. I
They,
don't know anything about that.
they
one.
had the balls to release that the same day as Star Wars.
They
Yeah.
did. I remember
They
that.
were-
Yeah, they did.
And they had it like in the marketing too. They were really like, you know what? Let me look this up. How much money did I accidentally like bumped the mic. I'm sorry.
You know what I wonder about actually? I wonder if they did it on purpose. I wonder if they released it on purpose on the same
Well,
day.
yeah, they were advertising it like that.
No, but I wonder if they did it like especially on purpose so it would fail. Specifically, so it would fail so astronomically that they wouldn't have to make another one because there'd be no excuse.
That would be great. Oh, I got another movie that I absolutely like. I know it's bad because when I was a small little 10-year-old,
Yeah,
I disliked the movie.
what is it?
The Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that one sucks.
It's sad because the beginning before, unironically enough, before they got their powers, it was like pretty good.
Then they got us like,
Yeah, like when they
What
were
movie?
Fantastic
Four.
Oh yeah.
Like before they got their powers, it was not that bad. It was all right. It wasn't like anything groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But once they got it, it was so they can't do a Fantastic Four movie right.
All right,
hold
on.
They can't.
I'm gonna compare this to 3 movies. Okay, I'm gonna compare Road Trip to the first Alvin and the Chipmunks. I like how Alvin and the Chipmunks shows up as a band. It's like a recognized band.
Yeah, because they used to make songs back in the day.
Oh yeah.
No,
I used to, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I was probably introduced to the Chipmunks by the movie, but I do remember going to Blockbuster and renting episodes of the 80s cartoon. I watched a lot of 80s cartoons when I was really little because they had DVDs of them.
That's
at
based.
Blockbuster. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Alvin the Chipmunks. It always autocorrects to gross. I want to see the gross.
This is not a movie, but one of the worst pieces of media.
Okay, so actually, wait, I'll compare it to the highest grossing Alvin the Chipmunks film, which was The Squeakquel, which made $219 million.
All right.
Okay, so let me look up. By the way, I will also mention that Road Trip grossed $85 million.
Yeah, so it dropped by like a lot.
Yeah, but what did Star Wars make?
Was it Last
Jedi?
The Force?
It was definitely over $1 billion.
I think it was a lot.
Over worldwide. It was. I'm confident. I'm like 90% sure it made over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Worldwide box office was $2.064 billion.
Yeah.
So that was very smart of
It was
them.
a flop.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
One of the worst pieces of media I've ever seen. I remember when I was little, I would watch it, and I can't tell if I enjoyed it or not. I just remember watching it was Sanjay and Craig.
I hated
don't
Sanjay and
like
Craig
that
from
one.
day
No,
one. From day one, I hated
that
Sanjay
one.
and Craig.
I could see the potential of the show. It came out at an awkward time for Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole 2010s, they were trying to play catch up to Cartoon Network because Cartoon Network had like Gumball, Adventure Time, regular show, and 100% Sanjay and Craig was their attempt to make like the two best friends like goofing off and like having crazy zany adventures like kind of trope.
The problem is they try to do modern Family Guy in a kid setting.
It looked very much like Bob's Burgers. That's what
It was the same guy.
It was the same guy.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same creator and writers, but it was like at least the same like artist.
But no,
Bob's Burgers is so good.
Yeah, it just
Bob's Burgers is a good
it
show.
felt like
that is a really good show.
It felt
too bad
like
that it has a terrible show that looks like it.
it
Yeah,
does.
that's true.
It just felt like it felt like all the that at the time when people looked at the adult cartoons, it's like the reason it's good because it's gross. And then they try to put it into a kid setting, saying like they'll like that.
They'll like the episode with the old man with butt implants. Why
Well,
would they do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
One thing I did. It's funny with like adult cartoons. There's like no in between. They are either like the best you've seen or the worst.
99% of them are the worst.
Well,
It depends.
no,
There's
there's
like
not
a
that
good-
there's not that many modern like adult cartoons. There isn't that many.
A lot, like the reason why I say 99% is because there's like a million bad adult.
Like,
cartoons
I know
that
one
come
that
out,
just
all the
came
time.
out.
Like just recently, we had Adult Party Ant or whatever, Chicago Party Ant.
Yeah,
That
one
show
sucks.
You know what else sucked? The
Huh.
Prince.
You know what's a good one that just came out?
Hmm.
On Netflix, a new show just dropped, Inside Job.
I saw that and I thought it just
Yeah.
looks like another generic adult cartoon. so
I
didn't watch it.
watched it. It actually has like pretty like good overarching plot.
That's
Well,
cool.
Yeah.
Still the best. The best card. Like they have like the objectively best like adult cartoons are first like I think 8 seasons Simpsons. First,
For the first 8 seasons, yeah.
God, dude,
first couple
I love The Simpsons.
first couple seasons of Family Guy.
Yeah,
Bob's Burgers.
dude, I
And
really want to watch Bob's Burgers now. I'm gonna watch that when I get
That's
home.
really good.
Bob's Burgers is a really good show.
Yeah.
We got one more.
Watch Bob's Burgers if you can. Guys.
Is Futurama.
Futurama.
I think has the best story.
Futurama, I think overall, like it's hard to compare it, but overall, Futurama is better than The Simpsons because out of Futurama's entire run, it was consistent and like very funny. Whereas The Simpsons' entire run right now is like
sad.
Even after after season 8, like season 9 and 10, it was started going into Flanderization and started like just not going well.
I think that if like looking at seasons 3 through like 8 of The Simpsons, which is still like, isn't it like about as many, if not more, seasons than Futurama had? Like 5 seasons.
Futurama had like 8 seasons.
No, they had 11, I think.
11.
They had
11
a lot.
seasons.
I know one season of Futurama is like 5 movies.
Let me look
It's like
it up.
just a lot of episodes.
No, like there's a lot of Futurama. Like it would take you a long time to sit down through the whole thing.
It has 7 seasons.
Yeah, I was watching it a long time ago. It took me like not like binging and watching it like at like a normal pace. It took me like 4 or 5 months to get through all of it.
So seasons like 3 through 8 of The Simpsons would probably not be as much content as Futurama.
Probably not.
But I would say that it was overall higher quality, though.
If The Simpsons,
I would say it's higher quality.
it's more. I think most of the problem is that as the age, like if The Simpsons ended the same time as Futurama did, then it probably would be more comparable to like even or better quality.
Yeah.
What The Simpsons has become, like kind of
The
takes
thing
it.
with Simpsons is like it's good. Like watching the old episodes are really good, but it's sort of hard to feel the impact because none of us were watching it when it came out, and like how like on the dot they were with like how the world was, how many sitcoms there were.
Like, let alone watching, we weren't even alive.
I get emotional during some episodes of The Simpsons.
I know, because some of them are just
It
amazing.
used to be my family's tradition back when I was a kid. That like every Sunday, my family would gather together on the couch and we'd all watch the new Simpsons episode. Like The Simpsons means a lot to me.
But that sounds like we were watching like bad episodes, though.
No, like when I talk about bad Simpsons, I mean like the last decade. Like
They were still not very good when like you
But they
were a kid,
weren't
though.
bad.
I think it was okay. I think The Simpsons like season 1 to 8 was like golden years. Then I think like up until like the movie in 2008 or 9,
2007.
2007, yeah. Up until the movie, like the movie's like kind of like the send off of like pretty good Simpsons content. Then after that, it's kind
The
of
movie's good. I like.
it was good.
The movie is good,
Yeah,
and they brought back a lot of the original writers. The movie was better than The Simpsons was at the time.
yeah,
No,
for
no.
sure.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking a lot of like cartoons, like kids cartoons, like how they feel, like their vibe, are a lot very comparable to adult cartoons. But I mean, like, something like Family Guy was like Gumball.
Yeah.
Something like
What?
yeah, like of the
In
what,
the way
I think that's a bad comparison.
What they're
In the way that they're like directed.
yeah.
Because like Family Guy and Gumball are both going for like a family dynamic, but more
But
of
it's
like
supposed to- you're
goofball
not-
out there random humor.
Yeah,
I guess so, but they're very different.
Yeah,
shows.
but
Well, they're different, but it's just like
Obviously,
their
but I'm
goal
saying,
is
like-
the same.
like what they're like. Then I would say Gravity Falls. It was more some like Futurama, a lot more story.
Story
driven.
driven, character
I
based.
see what you're getting.
That's
at.
what-
Yeah,
he-
like the underlying theming of like where their
If
goals
you had
are,
to boil
that's
it,
just similar.
if you had to boil it down to why people watch the show,
Yeah,
right.
Venture Time, Simpsons, something like that.
No, you
Not
know what?
as much, but
I still don't
Yeah.
think that people would watch like Adventure Time and The Simpsons for the same reason.
yeah, no, that
People
one
who watch Adventure Time, I think, are way more into like the overarching story.
depends on what season you count.
Yeah, because the first like 3-4 seasons have like
No
not
story.
much. It's like more
Ironically-
world building.
I think I like stopped watching like very early in, but especially when they started introducing story, I was like, well, I don't get what's going on. I can't watch this anymore.
That is
The
a problem
problem
with
is
some
it has
shows.
so many episodes.
Oh, yeah, Adventure Time is a long
It's
show.
like-
But dude, I do want to shout out that like the episode where they explore the Ice King's backstory still like makes me tear up to this day.
The Ice King's one of my favorite characters.
But dude,
ever.
you know what episode I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that's got to be one of the best cartoon episodes that has aired on television like in the last decade, the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's really good.
That was like amazing. It still makes me tear up when I watch it today. Go watch that episode. If no other episode of Adventure Time, please watch that one. Everyone out there. I do want to mention really quick about The Simpsons. Like my earliest memory is of an adult cartoon like ever. They used to air Simpsons on a channel called My 43. You guys remember that?
Yeah, it's like that used to be. I think My 43 used to be like the old Fox station.
It was like a Fox affiliated station.
I never
but-
watched Simpsons when I was younger.
They
My parents
aired
probably
like
wouldn't allow me.
they aired like old golden age episodes of The Simpsons. Like I don't think they ever aired a modern, like a very modern episode on it. Anyways,
Oh my god,
but anyways, like I would watch that with like my family. My parents would tell me to stop, but then like if my brother or my sister were babysitting me, they would like let me watch The Simpsons, and I thought it was awesome. I kept laughing at it really hard.
this is a really weird. Futurama's like runs. It doesn't sound like it sounds off. Like it starts in 1999. You're like, that sounds like it felt like it should have started 2000s, and it ends in 2013.
Yep.
It's such a
Well,
weird.
It kept getting canceled.
Yeah,
after
like
new.
3 times.
It got canceled. Yeah, the show has 3 endings. Everyone got messed up for a bit when the show actually like fully ended because I think it was airing on Comedy Central at the time, and what they did
Wasn't it on Adult Swim too?
Yeah, it was. The last episode aired.
I really want to watch Futurama.
Well, that won't spoil it.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Well, I'll just say that the last episode aired, and then what they did after the last episode messed a lot of people up. Like it was like not like it just like
it's
yeah.
like finally over.
yeah, like it's weird.
No, it's like the like Good Castle and Bad Castle of shows that are you just supposed to watch for like for funny.
Yeah.
Good Castle, King of the Hill. Bad Castle, The Cleveland Show.
Oh,
Especially modern Cleveland.
Cleveland
Cleveland
show got
show-
canceled.
Cleveland show was okay. It just didn't do much for
It just
like,
felt
time.
it just felt like Family Guy adjacent.
Modern
That's not
Family
what it
Guy
is.
is worse than the Cleveland show.
The other day on Twitter,
Oh, yeah.
I saw something that was great. People were like finally admitting that American Dad is better than Family Guy.
Overall,
Which
yeah,
it
totally.
is.
The
It
first few seasons of Family Guy are probably better,
Yeah,
but like Family Guy, American Dad's like an alright show.
you want to know why?
Hmm.
Because Seth MacFarlane still actually like writes for that one. He doesn't write. He doesn't do anything for Family Guy anymore except voice the characters.
I don't know how he like can stand it.
He doesn't. Seth MacFarlane's very vocal on Twitter that he wanted Family Guy to end like years ago. But
Yeah.
Fox
Does he
won't
like
let it.
hate Family Guy right now?
Almost.
Well, Seth MacFarlane is like, I really want to say that Seth MacFarlane is like a funny guy, but then again, he makes movies like 100 Ways to Die in the West and stuff.
I didn't mind that one too much.
It's not horrible. It's definitely better than like Modern Family Guy.
Yeah.
A lot of his movies aren't horrible. You know, like I like
Yeah.
Ted. I like the movie Ted.
It does go on.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Like almost any cartoon that still like has a really long run time and is like still going like the creators always say that the only show I had a show in mind that is like it's still going but the creator doesn't hate, but like like we were saying Simpsons, Family Guy, SpongeBob, all that they've always
SpongeBob,
Squidward, Sandy,
It
Mr.
sounds
Krabs,
insane,
Plankton,
but
Plankton,
almost
Gary.
But no, almost every long running cartoon, like the creators are just like, let it die. Oh yeah, I remember the only person who doesn't care because they don't care about the show, because it's like it gets me money, so I don't care, was Very Odd Parents.
Yeah,
Butch Hartman.
Butch Fartman.
It's sad because
Butch
Very Odd
Hartman.
Parents was like, it was another thing. It was like good, like when it was good, like I would say it's not like it wasn't. It was different. It wasn't when it got bad when the movie came out. It was a little bit. It still was good for a little bit after the movie, like when the baby was there, it was
Yeah.
like still good for a little bit, but then at some point it just
Well,
like
Dude, it's
randomly.
literally like
Well, that's-
Nickelodeon in the early 2000s, Smiling Hank. Nickelodeon like the mid 2000s onward, Frowning Hank.
Well, the problem with Fairly Odd Parents, right, is that Butch Hartman's like reasoning for adding characters because you need to tell more stories because after you tell so many stories of the same characters for so long, then it gets like
Mhm.
you stale, which I understand. But at that point, the way I see it is like if you have to add more characters out of nowhere to your show to keep it exciting.
If you had to
And the
have
show.
a dog that doesn't have any relation to the actual story,
Yeah, like what's it? Like he
Right.
had Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom's a great show and it didn't add any characters and it ended when it needed to.
Yeah.
So
Danny Phantom's a pretty good show.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
made like terrible shows like Tough Puppy and Bunsen is a Beast.
I was just a beast of.
You know what? One thing I
mess.
can say is good now.
Mm.
Like most modern cartoons, like I would say we're in the, at least for kids now, they're in an age where they didn't have to suffer it through like just like heaps on heaps of just really bad shows. All of them are like, I would say most modern cartoons are like are all right to like, there's not one where I can be like it compared to like Sanjay and Craig
Yeah,
or early Teen Titans Go. It's
But
more like
I feel like I also can't compare any of them to like Adventure Time or Gumball. Gumball's still on though,
Well,
isn't it?
Gumball. The official run of Gumball has ended. However, there's a revival series being planned along with the official movie that picks up after the cliffhanger at the end of last season.
So when was the last season?
Like years ago. I think it was like 2017 now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
and
I
also
thought
I
it was
know,
still on.
I know
No,
like
it ended a while ago. It's madness.
like that one show
Radio
people
show
got
ended
really
a while
sad.
ago too, right?
That one show that got canceled, people got really sad over was like Infinity Train.
That show's on HBO Max now.
Oh wait, they continued it?
They
I know
continued it.
that show
Yeah.
as like
The-
I've heard it's really good.
The fan outcry was so extreme that Cartoon Network outsourced it to HBO Max.
Yeah, because I know people love that show.
Oh,
as
yeah.
far as I'm aware, that show is still considered pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what's one show that's like it's weird because you feel like when I heard about it, you feel like it's gonna have like an Undertale fan base or something like that, similar where it's like really cringy and like toxic and everyone wants it, but it people who watch it don't like try to make you watch it. They just keep it to yourself.
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom is funny.
Is Marvelous Ladybug. I don't like people don't try to
Yeah.
spread it.
You
They're
know
not
what? Yeah,
weird.
that's weird. Because Marvelous Ladybug is a fandom. I don't think that the fandom of that show is that bad.
No, it's not because
Because they're like,
Did that show end?
I don't know. I saw a
No,
couple episodes
because,
of it. It's not bad. It's not really for me.
The reason I know this is because remember that there was a channel that I watched a long time ago. I picked the name for it, and sometimes I check it in once in a while. And they do a lot of Marvelous Ladybug,
Yeah.
and it's still going. It's
weird.
but it's like they just don't say anything about it unless you are interested.
Because
in it.
I remember it used to air on Nickelodeon for a little bit, like a couple of years, like 2 or 3 years. It aired on Nickelodeon for a little bit. That was it.
Then everyone just like if you watch it, you watch. If you don't watch it, they're like, oh well.
I thought it was an okay show. I think because obviously like suspension of disbelief is a thing.
Right.
It's a little hard knowing like how like I think like the girl likes the guy in like their real world or like the normal world, but then when they're in the costumes, the guy likes the girl.
See,
And
that's
it's like
the thing.
that's so weird.
Here's the thing. That's like the thing that kills the show for me. I know this is what people like about Miraculous Ladybug, but that like the whole dynamic of like she has a crush on like the civilian identity of like
The
the
guy.
black cat guy, but then he has a crush on her superhero identity. And like, whoopsie, we got mismatch. I hate
got a
that
little
stuff. I
whoops,
hate
whoops.
that.
I think
It's like it's a fine show, but that type of thing drives me insane.
I like that the fans they're like
they're by
good.
themselves.
They're like one of the surprisingly they're probably one of the best fan base because even shows we like are sometimes not good.
Unlike the
no,
fandoms, unlike the fandom of a certain cartoon that has been airing on Cartoon Network for many years.
What was that?
What cartoon that's airs on Cartoon Network strikes you immediately when you think of a cartoon with a terrible fan base?
I'm thinking he's talking about the Tyler watches it. It involves a bird.
Oh, it involves a quirky young boy who happens to have a rock in the middle of his belly button.
That is true.
that show.
Yeah.
The funny thing is like I don't even like.
The Steven Universe fandom, I will say that they are like they're more calm now that the show is fully done and dusted. But when it was going, they were rabid.
There's
they were
been some
horrible.
serious incidents
Yeah,
involving
there's
that
been
fandom.
actual problems.
Like some girl like almost killed herself
No, she
over it. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she drew art of the character
Yeah,
Rose
I know,
Quartz,
like-
who was heavier set,
Right.
as thinner. And the whole fandom attacked her so much, she deactivated her accounts, and that was actually confirmed that she killed herself. I'm pretty sure.
See?
And that's
See?
horrible.
That's horrible.
And also, like they released the book,
Mhm.
the art book for Steven Universe, and there was a character in it who was like a smoky quartz or something like that.
Mhm.
But
Right.
the character was like, I said the character was really strong, but kind of dumb, didn't know how to read, and the character was a complete like blackface character from like the 1930s.
That's what they look like.
That's
Yeah,
what
the
like-
creator of Steven Universe, I'm pretty sure, used to make like Ratatouille Rule 34 too,
She
right?
did. She did.
It's
Before she got the show, she did. That show's surrounded by a lot of controversy, and the fans are very like rabid
Yeah.
most of the time. Some of them are okay, but like a lot
Well,
of
the
them
creator,
are-
the funny thing is, the creator just sort of like sort of just makes the show and doesn't say anything. She's like
Yeah.
one of the ones that she like does not say a word.
No, they really
You have
keep
to like
themselves.
look to find stuff, like look to find like her Twitter and stuff,
Yeah.
Right.
because she's not very.
And you know what? Steven Universe sucks. And with that, we're going to end episode 10, guys.
Okay.
This has been Allegedly Funny. I'm Anthony.
I'm Derek.
Good night, Alex.
And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Everybody. Bye-bye. Everybody. Bye-bye. Everybody. Bye-bye. Everybody.